Hi everyone. What I'd like to do today is give you the title, Ian Martin Blakey, probably 4 to 5 myths about coaching. People are asking me, so we've gone through the Q&As, resolved a few of those, but there's a couple of other people now starting to ask me about, so how bulletproof is coaching? Well, I have to tell you that it's not as bulletproof as most people think. When I talk to you about neural pathways, for instance, they are like concrete. I remember years ago somebody saying that SAP was like electronic concrete. Well, can I tell you, neural pathways make a SAP implementation look dead easy to be able to change. So you need to invest a fair bit of time and a fair bit of effort to change those neural pathways. To get the changes, and then you have to sustain them and you have to maintain them. I'll probably give you a demo in the next couple of days, a bit of a fun thing as well on that, just to give you more of a, I suppose, a real analogy about it. But for instance, if you get coached on, giving up smoking or something like that, will it stick? Well, no, it won't stick. And some people it will stick. For instance, when I gave up smoking, I just stopped instantly. I sort of said I was able to change that pathway aggressively to change it. And occasionally most people who know me know that I'll have a cigar from time to time, but I can have that and move on. Somewhat regretting the next day because it leaves a bloody filthy taste in your mouth. So what tends to happen is I'll give you a classic scenario. So you've had coaching on your smoking, so you give up smoking, and that seems to work. Then you go out with some friends. It gets reasonably late. You're having a good time. You catch up with Al. You catch up with Nick. And the next thing you know, there you are, you're smoking again. So what were those friends leading you astray? Well, one's Al is alcohol, of course, and once you've got alcohol, that's sort of a bit of a mood bender, and it doesn't take long between when you, as a person, you've had a drink and a cigarette in your hand. Then Al says, hey, well, what about Nick? So Nick joins there, and next thing you know, you look in your hands and you've got a beer or a wine or a scotch, and you got a cigarette in the other hand, and everyone says to you, geez, I thought you'd given up. And you said, well, I had. I don't know what happened. Well, that's because the neural pathway just kicked back in and went, you know what, this is good. I remember this. This gave me great feelings. So you have to actually substitute or change those. So that's one of the key issues. When you do any of these sort of changes, you actually have to fill that void, and you have to fill it with something that has greater meaning to you. So that's why I say you can think it, but you need to feel it and you need to embrace it, those changes. That's how you change. Okay, that's one myth I hope I've debunked for you. Sometimes coaching does not work. Okay, it's time to fly. It's time to move up. And I've picked up something out of a book recently that I thought reminded me a lot of what I'm doing. And the comment is, and I'm sure you've heard it before, your attitude will determine your altitude. People, it's time to fly. Say good day to the family. Bye.